All right. It is the 21st day of Arasis. Just after sunrise, you've spent a whole day getting this preparing to spend the next few days delving into the heart of this forest. Hopefully either to rescue Lady Argatea, to maybe capture Rokar, to maybe figure out why the heck everything is frozen all the time, because that doesn't seem good. Some of the things you found that maybe can help things are this.
Yay!
Which seems to have this space marked in the center of this valley, kind of southwest of where you are.
So Adam,
Yo.
that the dotted map goes along what looks like maybe a ridge line. Is that what that is? Is that a mountain ridge in the middle?
Yeah, the dots trace what you survival people have deduced to be basically the existing path to get around there. You have to go west to get to where it kind of collapses into, the main part of the valley and then come back around. You think in good weather and with, adequate climbing gear, hypothetically, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You know that where you are on this side of the ridge is pretty high. So, assuming the other side is also as high from the angle and vantage you have, it may be kind of a sheer drop. But it's something that you think is probably too risky to do considering everything is frozen over.
Yeah. Okay.
And with an insight check that you can't make, you figure that they have this map marked this way because it's the best path they figured out to use, so why not use it yourselves?
Right, I was thinking, what if we went down, followed the river down and around and came up the bottom side and bypassing any pre-laid traps that might be up there, but who the fuck knows what challenges we would face going that way. Okay, so onward to glory?
Yeah.
Onward to glory.
Another thing is I've been messing around with the fog of
I was figuring it was more like onward to running away, but I'm glad that you all are more confident.
Glory!
I've been messing around with the fog of war settings, so the interior of the house should be grayed out.
No.
Is it just a big...
Big black
Nope, it's just a big black blob.
Huh. So if I move you inside... Oh, you know what? It's because this map, we haven't explored it together. But if I, move you inside, outside should be grayed out where you saw...
It is, but not all of it is. Just the
spot.
I can only see the porch.
Yeah, just the spot where you just were. As we,
Right.
As you explore maps in the future, I think this will logistically make sense. Later on, there's going to be a part that you guys will hate that's going to depend on this fog of war real heavy, and suck it up.
Sit.
Should we just skip that part?
Yeah.
As a GM, you can decide.
Ooh, yeah, we can do that.
You're allowed to change the AP if you want to.
I enjoy climaxing, thank you.
Well, that's personal information, but okay.
So...
That's really cool. I love that. This is really cool settings, Adam. Thank you.
I dig that.
I hate the fog of war settings, but I like you, Adam, so I'll put up with them and try to stop bitching so much.
Well, this is less of a problem than you can't see places you have been, but can't currently see. So it ends up being better.
More gooder.
Oh, now I see what it's doing. Okay, yeah, that is better.
The problem I have with it as a GM is that it doesn't accurately reflect my view. It only, I can click a token and do a player view, and it doesn't work with Fog of War yet, but I think that's going to get fixed soon. So,
Okay. Let's go.
Across the bridge, you get over there, and once when you get to the other side of the river, the weather is not as bad. It's kind of a clear, sunny day. You can see the sky, which is kind of a change for the past few days, but it's substantially colder. And every step you take, it kind of gets more and more chilly. It's about, you estimate to be around 0 degrees at this point.
Jesus Christ. This is like July, effectively?
This is the end of July.
Gotcha. That is definitely unusuals.
I know once you get across the bridge, it gets to the point where the cold is going to actually start being like something to be afraid of. So let's start out with the first round of those fun survival checks.
Okay.
So guys, I can give everyone endure elements for 1 hour. With my domain ability. Or I can give one person endure elements for 5 hours.
I would vote that as soon as someone starts feeling really cold, then you help them out. And if they are okay, then we don't worry about it.
That's kind of what I was leaning towards, but I just wanted to make sure everybody remembered that I had that ability so that, like, if someone starts really hitting those negatives from the fatigue checks, we're not...
Don't put them too hard.
Exactly.
See what my...
I believe you're making survival checks as I asked you to, and I really
Yeah.
I really meant fortitude saves.
Oh.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I was wondering why we were doing survival checks, actually, Adam. So I was like, isn't this a fortitude save?
Yeah.
I would rather it be a survival check.
Okay, and I think we all have cold weather gear.
Yeah.
Plus,
Oh, right.
anything else that we have affecting us? I forget. I haven't played this character in a while.
Just cold weather gear for now.
Okay.
So that's at +5.
Yeah. I have that note in my fortitude check. So
Okay, so I guess I
Oh,
got.
I didn't include that in my fortitude check.
I'm adding that now. Thank you. Good idea. Nope, no, didn't mean to roll that. Notes.
But I clearly did fine on my fortitude check, so...
I don't know. 14's okay.
So I got a 18 and a 10.
Okay, let's see here.
apparently this is not a Siberian tiger. It is a jungle.
Yeah, Alyosha doesn't have cold weather gear.
Oh, that's right. We haven't given him a thing yet. I need to find a Siberian tiger. He might have to go home.
Yeah,
That might be the reason he goes home.
maybe this is the trigger.
That would make sense.
Okay, so let's see here.
So it's not that surprising that of all of us, the jungle cat is not totally happy.
Right.
Grumble. What were our low numbers? Because I know we've got some fails here.
14.
Well, all right. You, Mr. Meek Elf, and Alyosha are getting chilled. It's 4 points of non-lethal damage.
I don't know, 14?
Mm-hmm. And it only
That's
gets
like not even a terrible roll.
It only gets harder and harder.
Hey, Adam.
Mhm.
Would putting an Endure Elements effect on someone effectively remove that
It would
before damage?
It would not remove the damage, but it would keep them from taking more. They would have to get warmed up.
Okay, it doesn't rebalance their internal temperatures, it takes them from externals? Okay. Cool deal.
Endure Elements basically makes you immune.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure like how the effect technically worked. It was like a bubble, or was it like a constant like internal balancing system?
It is unspecified, but I'm a hard ass.
That's cool. I mean, either way it works. It's just, different ways to think about the same thing. Okay. So they take a little bit of non-lethal, and that's a thing, but not too worried about
Yeah,
it.
and you guys have plenty of supplies to where if you do start getting too cold, you can always start a fire, and warm up in the span of like 2 to 3 hours.
Cool.
Am I the only person who keeps thinking of that Jack London short story about starting a fire where the guy freezes to death?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the song of your people. We know.
It's not my fault. I'm from Alaska.
Is that the one where the guy goes off in the woods and he finds an old derelict ship and sets it on fire and he's finally warm?
Oh, it's this guy, and he's been told by everybody not to go out, that it's too dangerous, and he ignores them, and he goes out, and it's all just like told from him while he's trying to start a fire in this blizzard in the Yukon, and in the end, he freezes to death.
Maybe while we're playing Reign of Winter to remind you fondly of home.
You know, what can I say? Well, there's a lot of required Jack London reading when you're growing up in Alaska school system.
You're still following this mostly clear path. You've got your trap spotter up front to try and keep an eye on things, look for more snares and trips and things like that. And not too far up ahead, you see some stirring in the snow that you really wouldn't have been able to see. It was just kind of a pile of snow. Just on the edges where it starts to get thick on the other sides of like this kind of natural funnel that you're in. There's some skeletons standing up. Just, hey guys, what's up?
It's like he left zombies behind to fight us.
Yeah, let's deal with those.
Let's do it.
I don't suppose there's any chance they look friendly.
No, they actually look like there's some cool history checks you could make on them.
Okay.
About that.
You guys are on the bottom right of this map.
What knowledge history?
Knowledge history.
Definitely can't make that check.
I think this more be a case of somebody could make a knowledge history check, but not me.
This is something you could do untrained.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But you've already beat the 10 DC, so.
Oh, well.
Solves that problem.
I will try. I am smart. I did it!
Holy
I've
shit.
heard of this. Whatever the fuck it is.
Wow, Ordu. Hidden depths we didn't know you had.
I'm a complex individual.
Yeah, I believe it. Well, the thing that you note is they don't look like the bandits and things you were fighting earlier. They look to be long since dead, and their gear is very weathered and very Kadiran.
Kadiran.
What you're saying is they're colder than we are.
Why would there be Kadirans in this area?
That is odd.
It's very odd. I'm confuzzled.
I don't think everybody's in here yet. Who am I missing? I don't know. Folren?
Listen, Amur.
On top of each other.
No, all the tokens are here. It's just I'm missing the cats in the initiative order.
Oh, I haven't rolled initiative, that's why.
Aha!
That would be the problem. Where's my initiative? The very back,
It's okay. You want to appraise the situation first.
obviously.
Folren, you knew this was going to happen. These don't seem to be doing anything except for being skeletons, which means they're going to attack everything.
Am I like stacked? No. Okay. That's some distance, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty far away.
What's with the deer?
He's a member of the party now.
Who's the what? Wait, how do we get a deer?
Elk! I made friends with him! His name's Jeffrey! His name's Jeffrey.
Oh, he's pulling the sled, I think.
He's tied to the sled. I'm training him
For
to be on your sled puller.
Oh, okay. And, you know, if we get in really dire situations, he can also be emergency rations.
I think we made that joke last time.
Doesn't mean it's not true.
Can I get up? Ooh, can I get up there without any issue?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of issues, the snow here is so deep. Like, oh.
Ooh. I'm just
Like
gonna buy those.
ET deep or like how deep?
Like if you were halflings, you'd be swimming.
Oh. So like quarter movement?
Horrible movement, yeah. Like every square is difficult. Like the squares that look clear are difficult. The squares that look like undergrowth and trees are like double difficult.
Double difficult. That's 100% more difficult.
At some point, we really need to buy some snowshoes, people.
We have some. We all have snowshoes. We're wearing them. We bought them last time.
You could not buy snowshoes. You would have to have made them.
I mean, we spent 2 days in a lodge getting ready. I assume that's what we were doing, right?
That could have been done. There are craft checks. Let's see. Clothing +1.
A 10. I assume someone might have helped me, but I'm not sure. I assume those things.
I've never done this before. I'm not a crafty person. I mean, I'm crafty, but I'm not like crafty.
Look up the price of snowshoes for me because the formula is based on 5 gold. So convert that to silver. Yes, a 13 hits.
Oh, okay.
I was pretending to do math, but then I did other math. Cool. Ordu.
Hey, that's me.
There's skeletons up there.
Cool deal. It's some sort of action economy thing that happens where I think I just turn off bear nose. No, I would have had bear claws going forward. Because I figured we'd be doing this kind of junk, you know, ambushes and such, as I mentioned earlier. So I will. What's that? 10, 20. Can I move into that square right there? Or is that?
Yeah, you can move into any square you want.
I'm saying, like, so do I have enough movement to move in that square? Would that be 30 or would that be more than 30?
That's the square you just moved into is double difficult. Anything that's outside of the little blue line.
Okay, the little blue line is only okay. Got it. Just making sure. 13. Yeah, I'll just move there and ready to bear slap somebody.
Okie dokie. Maris.
By somebody, I mean a skeleton, because you're sir.
Are they in range to channel for inflict? I think they are.
It's gotta be 30.
It's 30 feet, and they're 50 each.
Then I'm going to wait.
Yeah, you figure they're gonna do their skills. Do you want to ready or do you want to just delay?
All ready to cast as soon as they're in range.
Okay. They seem to not really have this problem you do. Getting through the snow, they seem to glide over it. And when you get near them, you get...
That is super unfair.
Yeah, and they also kind of exude this, like, cold, snowy business. It's like they're almost cold elementals.
Great! Hey, bear slap!
Yeah, and he's gonna come up here and try and claw you.
Yep. Oh, I will call him first.
How did he take damage already?
He got hit by an acid splash.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Pop!
Cool.
That's a natural one.
Look at all those minimums.
That is... Alright guys, got all my minimums out of the way.
That's okay, he only hit a 4 on you, so...
Yeah, not quite.
Uh,
So... Do I need to do some sort of save for being adjacent to him?
No, at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Alyosha will wait. The other one is going to come up and do the same thing. Folren, you have concealment.
Hooray!
You're hiding in the trees. But it's a 9 to hit. And Maris, if you want to take your action now.
Yeah, I will. Four damage.
Alright, let me make some wisdom saving throws. I got a 20 and a 6. So, cool. The one that failed is going to be destroyed. And it just kind of fizzles out and, it doesn't, like explode into this cold aura. It just kind of falls to pieces.
As it fizzles out, Maris will offer a quick prayer to her god in thanks.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, Gozreh, as much as you're totally apathetic and don't really care what happens.
How, Gozreh?
Yeah. Steve.
Steve! Who's actually called Amur, not Steve. Fix that. I'll fix that later.
6 in a post.
I will 15 foot up there, 30 foot. Alright, it's double speed.
Okay.
I'll walk into him and I will punch him in the face. They showed it twice. Not very successfully though.
Blame the concealment. Anything else?
Sure. I will order Alyosha to attack. Alyosha will do 10, 30, and go for you as him as well. And he will bite. Are we also unsuccessful?
Also blames the concealment.
Mm-hmm.
Folren, give me a fort save. It got real cold real fast.
Do I get cold weather gear save?
This is cold damage, not exposure.
Okay. Oops. Where's my...
20!
Hey.
Only take 4 points of damage.
What?
It's not a save to ignore.
Jerk.
Save for half.
But you can take your turn as needed.
Oh, it's like a little, it's melee.
I didn't ask for this.
Well, I'll try. Nope. See you later, bye.
Okay, check it out. Here comes the first claw attack for casting a spell. It's a 7.
Oh, shit. Okay, no, I do it the other way.
Doesn't matter, because moving away is going to provoke either. But he missed. It was a 7.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to be near him anymore.
He barely dodges. And you're like, no thanks, I'm done with all this. Ordu.
Hey, cool, that's me. So 10. And that one costs 20, so 30 of movement. But hey, I got a flank, so that's cool. And then once my character sheet goes up, claw attack!
Neat.
Plus 2 for flank, so hit.
Maybe I'm going to roll that concealment check.
Oh, you think concealment? Okay.
Yeah. And it was a 21, so that hits. The bare minimum it could have been.
Yeah.
Get it? Bare minimum.
This one, when you do bludgeon it to death, it does actually explode. So.
Why is this one exploded, not the last one?
Because the last one was killed with positive energy.
I call horseshit.
Okay.
Alright, reflex save.
Acknowledge. Yeah, reflex saves. Don't bother. Rolled minimum damage, so pass or fail, 1 damage.
Okay.
Do folks need me to channel to heal, or are people feeling okay?
Well, now we're good. Only Folren actually noticed. He's a shitty wizard. What can you do? Melee, I don't know what he's thinking.
It's 50% battle damage.
Alright. Well, that was exciting.
Yeah, that
Was
was
it?
that was super spontaneous.
So the one that exploded, did like all of his gear get exploded as well, or was there any remains of it to like
no, there's-
maybe get like further information from?
There is plenty of remains to sort through here.
Gross. The skeleton had one thing, it was remains.
They definitely had some ruined weapons that they never bothered to draw.
The really interesting point is that these guys are Kadiran, and we're not anywhere near that part of the universe. So
You're at the border of Kadira.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
Um,
Okay, so don't ask me to look at maps.
Now that you've dealt with these two, you notice that there is a third one that is like just kind of shoulders and a head that's kind of scrabbling toward to get you guys. It's not really any kind of a combat challenge, but there were supposed to be 3 of them. Problem solved. You're such a good wizard. You guys aren't good enough at history to know about how old these guys are. You just know that they're Kadiran because they look... You're close enough to Kadira, and they look like they have that kind of chain mail on them.
We've seen them somewhere along our travels.
They're definitely not Taldane. They're not knights. They've got, like curvy scimitars and...
I'm pretty sure Kadira is about as far away from Erison as I can imagine, or from the snows as possible, right?
Yeah, these guys have got to be totally miserable. I mean, they are not cold weather people.
But I mean, there are a bunch of it's a desert country, right?
Yeah, but its southern border abuts, or its northern border abuts Talor's southern border. So their Talor is just above Kadira.
Yeah, I mean, there's some
okay.
gradual...
I was thinking they were in Assyria, not in. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
And
cool.
there's some high desert cold stuff that happens out there in like northern Kadira.
The way they're not supposed to be here, though.
Yeah, they're way far north. Yeah.
I guess we'll take enough things to be evidence. Is there anything valuable? And if there isn't, we'll take enough evidence to prove that they're Kadiran people in case we meet them.
Everything is ruined. These guys are, ancient, hundreds of thousands of years old. But you can get something that proves that they're...
that we met Kadirans.
You met Kadirans.
Cool. Alright, done.
Hold on, so
Yay! I love this map so much. This is my favorite map.
Kadirans is inbred nobles.
You're in Inbred Nobles.
That's Taldor?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're
Kadira is Persia.
It's
Yep, that's right.
the eastern side of Arabian Nights.
Yeah, okay, sure.
But yeah, that was a cool little thing that happened. Random skeletons.
Cool. Yeah, okay, I got it. Awesome. So we fight a bunch of random skeletons. We keep moving because we don't know. Does someone heal Folren? I'll heal Folren. I'll drop a spell on Folren.
Thank you.
No worries, buddy.
Hey, I take small offense to the fact that Sister and I come from quote unquote nobody cares.
Well, that's a shame. 'Cause nobody cares.
To be true, nobody cares. I tried to find PFS scenarios there, and there are none.
No,
There are none.
Paizo doesn't care. This is basically.
It more inspires weirdos. That's great.
Okay, and then I guess.
Moving along the trail.
Oh, how much do I heal?
I'm working on it.
There we go.
Damage 7.
That heals
Sick.
your non-lethal damage 1 for 1. So
Oh, so I'm at max?
yeah,
Right.
you still have a cold failure, so it still gets harder and harder. But like every time you need to make a fortitude save for a cold, the DC goes up.
And that's true for Alyosha as well, right?
Yeah, it's true for everybody. No, it's true for everybody, but like
Okay, but Alyosha also failed earlier, right?
yes.
Okay, got it.
Like you can use healing magic to stave off.
Oh, hey, I have energy resistance cold. 2. I should remember this in the future. Doesn't help me right now, but against that cold attack.
Actually, I'm not sure if that non-lethal damage can be healed with cure wounds because you have to take away the cold source first. I'm not sure. Farther along, like after another 40 minutes or so of trudging through this horrible snow, there's a whole lot of animal tracks and human tracks, and the snow and rocks and bits of trees are all stained with this old reddish-brown looking blood. Pretty obviously to Ordu and to Maris that there was some kind of a fight here.
Fight here.
Well, if you say so.
That's Splash. There's some humanoid footprints of something that was wearing some big heavy boots. The animal prints are going to need a check with nature or survival. But I'm sure you'll get it. This is just a pedantic thing.
I'm pretty sure I didn't take those because they're pretty on point by others. Yeah.
So search the fight scene.
Yeah, go ahead and percept for that. The tracks are some kind of mustelid, but it's
That's a word.
It's obscenely huge. Mustelids are skunks, wolverines, badgers, weasels, and stoats.
Dire badgers.
So some kind of a two-cat.
Does Amur get pissed off at this? Or Yosha? It smells wrong?
Come back to the game! Alyosha can find a body.
Alyosha finds a body. Alyosha does. Hold on. Does Alyosha will hate badgers, so he'll be pretty pissed off at this point. Badgers are like a dog.
There's a mutilated corpse that's kind of buried in the snow that he finds pretty quick.
Okay.
He's like, snack time.
Weasels. Got it. Cool. Giant weasel. Hey guys, there might be a giant weasel around here. We look at the corpse. Is it mangled by a giant weasel?
It adds up.
Cool.
There are some, not really a lot of usable thing. It looks like he's a hunter, but his bow is broken. His arrows are mostly broken. He's got a cold weather outfit that you could probably salvage if you still need any more. He's got some snowshoes.
Hey, we got a second set, right? Because we got one set from my craft.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm wearing them and Order's wearing them now.
Wait, actually, I wasn't sure that your craft was a 10, and the DC was a 10, but that's not accounting for the time and silver. And it's 5 gold, so 50 silver.
So you only pay 1/3 of the item's price in raw material costs.
Which you don't need to worry about raw materials. You already have that stuff. If the check succeeds, multiply your check by the DC. If the DC result times the DC, the result. 100. Yes, you made the item. Yes, actually, you made 2 pairs.
2 pairs. Okay, so we have 3 pairs. So I guess I have some, and Ordu has some, and then Maris and Folren get to fight about it.
We each get one. We can hop around.
You potato sack race the rest of the scenario.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Maris can have them.
Okay, cool. So everyone but Folren can ignore snow. And I guess the tiger, who doesn't have them yet.
You don't find any, gear or anything on this guy. It may have been destroyed or carried off by this weasel or anything. The only other thing you find are 2 functional arrows. That's it.
Is he from Teldor? Does he look Teldoran?
Yes, he looks local.
He's tanned and all that stuff. He's not deathly white from someone who lives in the snow.
He's probably been dead for a heal check amount of time.
Oh, that ain't me.
It's hard to tell with the snow.
23.
Probably about 4 days.
Okay. But looking at him more broadly, like, just looking at like how tanned he is and how white the hairs on his arms are and stuff, does he look like someone who's been in snow for months and years in his entire life, or does he look like someone who's been in the summer and in the sun?
He looks like summer sun guy. Yeah, he's tan.
Okay. 4 days. Alyosha will sniff around looking for the weasel. Does he see a trail for the weasel?
Do a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
He picks up some trail. He sniffs it around, and it leads him nearby to a buried backpack.
Ooh! How cool!
Neat.
Inside are a couple of days worth of food, which isn't a big deal. A very notorious looking flask. And
what?
A flask.
A notorious looking flask.
It's notable because when you open it up, it smells very strong. Very exciting apple cider.
Nah.
And a book. A small little handbook.
Was it just buried under snow, or was it buried?
It looked naturally buried.
Okay.
The book is very kind of informal. It's mostly... It takes you a minute to piece together what he's talking about, but because Maris is so good at this kind of stuff, you can tell when you look at it that it's kind of marking locations around the forest where he's been tracking some kind of a beast. And there's mentions of several places and landmarks to describe them of where some traps are set.
Ooh! Cool.
Handy.
Does the beast sound like a weasel?
Yes.
Okay. I guess we go hunt for the weasel now.
Well,
but yeah, there's a bunch of places where it's like, where this tree is doing this, weird kind of K shape. There's some bear traps, look out. Where there's this big boulder that is split down the middle. There's a bunch of snares. A lot of them are lined through, like he's gone back and checked them, or that they've been ruined. You can't really tell what the purpose is through, but there's several of them that are still open. One of the things toward the end is it's one of the few things that's actually handwritten in language. He says that I found a weird house and there was a doll inside, ?
there was a what inside?
A doll.
Oh.
So I'm just speaking from Amur's perspective. He doesn't really care about looking for Lady Augustina. Like, that's not a big deal to him. He's kind of excited to go exploring in the cold. So he's kind of down to go try and track down the weasel and go check out the house and stuff. That's more exciting than fighting a necromancer. I don't know about you guys.
Folren very much wants to kill this man.
Okay. So then let's go do that.
Real talk.
How far away does the house look on the map? Can we place it on the map, roughly?
The house where you were?
With the doll.
There is no house with a doll on the map.
Can we put it together based on where he was describing?
The description is, I found a weird house nearby. There was a doll inside, ?
Yeah. I'm also not sure how we even begin trying to track down this weasel.
Is there
Also, Maris would point out that if this thing is a dire weasel, which is presumably what it is, it's not doing anything wrong.
Maybe it's rabid.
Well, if it's rabid, we'll deal with it if we find it, but...
If it's not rabid, I want to make it a match.
And this, the contents of this guy's journal, he was definitely, like, hunting it. Maybe he was a hunter, maybe he had a bounty on it or something, or maybe he was just, had a real big steez against weasels.
I mean, that pelt, like as a if you're like a tracker or kind of like a woodsman like that, a pelt of a dire weasel, I imagine would bring in a fair amount of money.
I would want to buy a weasel coat. Those things are awful.
They hunted them all, like pelts for weasels and voles and all those were quite valuable. That's what they traded with as like barter money back in.
I mean,
survival days.
technically, mink is a form of weasel.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Well,
don't think of it that way, but it is.
Hey,
I cast detect magic on his shit.
the arrows are magic.
Folren, tell me you have the grease spell.
No.
God damn it!
Hey, Folren,
Yeah.
the arrows are both magical.
Oh,
What?
hey. How so?
Please identify them. You have 2 chances,
Try to.
because he can fail on one and then succeed on the other.
You want spellcraft?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Why isn't... Oh, my numlock isn't on. Jesus, I'm a dummy.
Yeah, you should use the character sheet. Nerd!
Eh.
Then make another one just to confirm.
Oh.
Ugh. Well, one of these...
I got a 16 on mine on the first one and a 13 on the second, if that helps.
16 ain't no good.
Okay.
24 will do it. These are... At least one of them, at least, is a animal bane arrow.
Oh, sweet!
Are they both from the same school?
That is a knowledge arcana check.
What? No, that's just the thing detect magic tells you.
No.
It tells you.
What? Yeah, it does.
No.
It totally does.
Knowledge arcana.
Hmm.
It's a mystery. It's evocation.
They're both evocation. Yay!
You're just like, I'm looking this up.
No, it is a knowledge arcana check. Blah. Man,
Wait, hold on. Is
I
Bane
could
an
have sworn.
spell?
Is what?
Is Bane an evocation? No, Bane is conjuration.
Well, this isn't Bane. This is Animal Bane.
Okay. Cool.
What does Animal Bane do?
Plus 2.
Plus two enhancement bonus and 2 extra die 6 on a hit.
They're real good at killing animals.
Okay.
Real fun. Does anyone have a bow?
Yes, I am the Archer Mans.
Ordu is an archer? Okay. Ordu gets 2 animal bane arrows.
Sweet!
Those are expensive, I think.
You guys are now rich just with these arrows.
Yeah, right? Those are not cheap arrows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get me a giant weasel pelt.
I like pet better.
Pet. Pelt. No, pet.
I mean, it's the difference of like an L or a silent L.
As you carry on,
Your wayward sons.
it gets... There's a cold wind that's kind of blowing around. You're getting to the point where you're starting to descend around the ridge, and probably you're going to be curving around fairly soon.
That big U-turn one?
Yeah.
Talking about?
You still haven't gotten quite there yet, but it's getting pretty close. It should be within the next hour or two. There's the snow in the trees is starting to get thicker to where it looks like they're starting to bow down in it, and there's kind of a like a clear spot in the snow that's been dug out to where the ground is exposed, and there's a whole bunch of tree detritus here on the ground, like pine needles and dead leaves and things. That's kind of filling this. It's not really a pit. It's just a spot where the snow has been cleared out, and it's not like a big patch of ground. It's like the kind of hole that like a 10-year-old kid would build in the backyard.
Hmm.
Does this look like where a weasel would burrow?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look any. It's just a part dug out of the ground. Not even out of the ground, out of the snow. It's just an exposed piece of ground.
Do we have knowledge of nature weasels? Have we learned about weasels at all?
Let's consider weasels. Can we aid another to help Folren think about weasels real good? Can I share my limited knowledge of weasels to make him have a better knowledge of weasels?
Hey, Maris. You know about weasels, right?
Did you know?
Did you?
I totally know about weasels.
What are weasels? What are?
I know all about weasels.
Successfully aid someone on weasels.
You can't aid on knowledge checks.
I get a 17 on weasels.
What do you want to know about weasels?
Tell us about dire weasels.
They're
Their
weasels,
habitats and things,
but
and
what did you say, Daniel?
their habitats and any special qualities they have, like bleed, stuff like that.
Well, they range pretty much all over the place. Assuming it's a weasel, if it was like a wolverine, it could be more, taiga-ish like this. If it's a stoat or something, it's going to be living in a more temperate climate. Pretty much every weasel has an attach and a bleed attack. They fight like crocodiles. They get onto you and they don't let go.
Okay, I was making sure there wasn't anything special about dire weasels that we should know.
No, they're just animals.
Do they bleed and also musk attack? Or is that shitty?
Yes, they smell bad. They're not. If it's a skunk, it could be a skunk because skunks are weasels. Then yes, but that is so far unconfirmed.
Oh my gosh, a dire skunk would be terrifying.
Dire.
Pretty dire. But no, this spot of clearing in the snow, if you get close enough to really look at it while staying far enough away to avoid any traps and such, seems pretty chill. It doesn't seem to be a burrow or a wallow or anything. It actually looks still pretty frozen solid. It's just like it's been swept clean.
Okay, investigate it.
Go for it.
Okay. Perception? Me, my 24s. Hell yeah, dude.
You're very pretty certain it is not trapped at all. That makes sense, right?
I mean, yeah. No, because you fucking trapped us in some snow earlier.
Yeah, that's right. I was wrong about that. I need... let me clear this initiative out here so I can have Folren roll initiative for me. Folren, your divination sense is tingling hella hard.
Hella hard!
Oh my god.
Did I almost? Yeah, that was a 19.
Nice!
Okay, here we go. Alright,
I knew this would happen.
your divination, you were in a surprise round. You have no idea what's about to happen, though, because you're that fast.
Whoa!
You guys are just kind of standing near about this hole. Actually, if you want, I'd have you guys come over to this map.
Okay!
Are you really asking us if we want to?
Yeah, that's true. Let me put you guys down here.
Let's go to the last map of the game. Let's just skip to the final boss.
I thought you said you wanted to skip that encounter.
The final boss?
You said you wanted to not do the one with the vision.
That's the final boss one, naturally.
Wait, is the vision the final boss?
Yeah. You literally have to fight the fog of war.
Whoa.
Alright, so you guys just put wherever you want that
Let's
you
figure
can
out to fight the
see.
Avengers. Because the vision is... Ah.
So where is the hole?
The hole is the thing of rocks in the center. None of these encounters have actual maps. So northeast of Maris, south of Steve.
Oh, why does he keep changing? Can you change your base Steve and call him Amur, please? Just like wherever you're copying them from is the wrong name.
It's what you have set on your character token. I'll fix it for you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry to bother you.
Okay. You guys all happy with where you're standing?
Oh, where's this hole?
It is 2 squares south of Ordu.
How big is it?
We like
It's
came in
just this
from the north?
Yeah, you were heading south.
Okay. Well then I figure I should
So
probably go
I should be adjacent to the square, so just put me adjacent to wherever you say it is, sir. Okay, so it's this square right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, probably about there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Folren, you are in a surprise round. I don't know what you can do because you're not aware of any enemies yet. That's divination for you.
Oh, can I be back in the initiative, I guess?
Yeah, it is. It's your turn.
I wonder...
I knew that was going to happen.
Ah. Well, can you delay in a surprise round?
No.
Okay.
What?
I'm too fast.
He's too fast. That's the problem.
Cast a mirror image. I don't know.
Mage armor?
Yeah.
Like I have those.
What do you think I am, a mage?
I have 3 level 1 slots. I'm making them count.
Cast resistance on yourself
That's a good idea.
or guidance. Give
Resistance,
either.
guidance, or the temporary hit point one.
Nah, I don't have those either.
What did you purpose your cantrips?
Good God, man.
Acid, splash, attack magic, light precipitation, and read magic.
Those are all good choices.
It's not like I'm insane. I just don't have resistance, because that's generally less useful than detect magic. Shit, I wish I knew where they were.
This is the first time that you've been a diviner and had the opportunity to do it. So what happens is after you probably get a chill up your spine. Something's about to happen that you wouldn't have seen coming, but you did because it was magic. And then the goddamn trees themselves start running at you.
Oh shit!
So these 2 humanoid-sized trees just start, like, almost out of nowhere. They were pretty supernaturally hidden because they're trees. Just stroll on out of here.
Are we literally being attacked by trees?
We're being attacked by trees.
Yeah,
Okay.
Any kind of check?
Yeah. Nature.
I can do that.
I don't. That ain't me.
Am
thing
I
is
close enough to Maris for my +2?
Because of all the snow, they can't charge. So they're just gonna get all up on you guys and then start.
Because of what?
start regular initiative and hope they're first.
Yay!
All right, so there's 2 of them that come running out, and now everybody else can roll initiative. Internet, why?
Oh, is it better now? Hello.
Mine says it's terrible. Hello.
Hello, so what's going on? Sorry. I
Uh,
understand. Completely shit.
We're being literally attacked by trees.
Being attacked by trees.
Yes.
Roll initiative, everyone, please.
It's like a Christmas movie gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Horribly right.
I fucking
Get it? Ferocious.
yeah.
Welcome to the team, everybody. You're welcome to stay forever, because you have to. Alright, that's everybody. Descending. Real round
Why?
1, Folren. One of these trees ran up right next to you.
I can't see myself on the initiative.
That's weird. You're first. It's your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna step back here.
That is weird. It's not a 5-foot step, just so you're aware. No such thing as 5-foot steps.
No half steps.
How can you say it's half an A press?
Okay, TJ Henry Yoshi. I didn't say Henry with enough disdain. Those are kind of big motherfuckers, huh?
Yeah, they're medium-sized.
Oh, that picture misled me.
I'm still having trouble with the whole we're being attacked by trees part.
You're just like, damn, Gozreh, I'm conflicted.
I don't have many options here, so yeah, I'm just gonna try and step away.
Wait, here comes a grass attack.
Well, I'm an ice type, so it's okay.
Yeah. Are you?
I'm a snow elf, so if I was a type, I imagine that's what it would be. I didn't think grass and ice had any special interactions at all.
Ice is super effective against grass.
Oh,
Good.
I just want to share that I've just posted the line, while investigating a hole in the ground, the party was attacked by trees.
Alright, so this is a slam attack with a 22 to hit.
oh
Yeah, all
yeah,
day.
yeah.
I'm flat-footed, so you definitely got me.
I'm not hitting you, I'm hitting 4.
Is anyone else thinking of that X-Files episode with the attacking trees?
I did post an X-Files video just a second ago.
Technically, not really.
Alright, check it out.
The music's there.
A 7 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Okay.
And make a reflex save.
Oh. What? Okay. Wait, what? Versus... Oh, okay. That's really weird. That shows it for all of them. No, swear to fuck.
When it slams into you, it covers you in these like sticky pine needles and resin and fresh plant grossness. And you're sticky now.
Oh, is...
You.
It's not enough to keep you from moving around, but it is going to interfere with casting spells a little bit, as well as mundane attack rolls.
Fuck these trees. Can I move? Well, Oh, yeah, what's the terrain?
Snow, ice.
So difficult?
Oh, we already know it's difficult.
It
Yeah, that's
is
right.
super difficult.
Yeah.
But you did note when they came charging out that it was difficult for them as well.
Well, I'll try to magic missile.
I hope you succeed.
Yeah, I got no idea what to do here. Sorry. Like, I don't know how to make this check. This is a thing I've never seen or had to deal with. Because, like, casting offensively, but this is...
Oh, you don't need to make a check. It increases the DC of concentration checks.
Oh, okay. I figured he meant, like, I had a spell casting
No.
failure right now.
Caster level check is what it would be. But it's
Okay.
not.
what am I at?
Explicitly, minus your penalty on attack rolls, concentration checks,
Okay.
and combat maneuver checks. And escape artist checks. So roll some damage. You also learned that they are this many stouts. Oh wait.
It's a ferocious tree. Wow.
Yep.
Ordu, this thing came charging at you, but you are just slightly faster than it is, so you will be able to tear it to shreds.
Yay! I will making with the shreds. Attack. Tab. Scroll down. Claw attack 1. Claw attack 2.
Both hits.
Sweet. Shitty damage.
8's not shitty.
Yeah.
Make a reflex save.
Reflex save for getting all sticky. Do. Why is everything sticky? Oh, I should have been angry about this. I'm sorry. Oh well, it's too late now. I did that next turn.
You're fine. No sticks for you.
Okay.
It is going to basically try and tackle you.
Okay. Oh god. I didn't mean to do that. Wait. Never mind. You can't see that.
I can see that. Nobody else can see that. So a horrible combat maneuver check to try and like just bear wrestle you,
Ha!
and nothing happens.
Good. CMD 17.
Yeah, well, single digits. Maris. Maris, you be out. You're fighting trees. Oh yeah, you guys rolled some knowledge checks. So this is, as you can tell, a young fir tree.
Well,
It is a plant.
Is there, like...
I've seen a lot of fir trees.
Is there a reason they're trying to kill us?
They're alive and they shouldn't be abominations.
Yeah, you are abominations. The elf in this party full of weird demi-humans.
Yeah.
They are not presenting any reason to be attacking you, no.
Okay, are they sentient? Can they be reasoned with? Or...
Okay, so that's one of your questions. Yes, they are intelligent. And they should know languages. They probably know Treant.
I don't know Treant.
Do you know Sylvan?
I do.
Actually.
Maris, did
I learned Sylvan from that damn Fae that betrayed me. He taught me all the dirty words.
So Sylvan is worth trying. And you can ask me one more question.
Are they immune to cold?
They are immune to cold, as well as having typical plant traits.
Where do we store our languages?
In your brain?
They're on the
Well,
main,
that's not
they're on
wrong.
the main page, main page of the character sheet. The core tab under character details, languages. Why do you know Goblin?
What do I know? Dwarf?
But Maris, as far as their like defenses and weaknesses go, they're immune to cold. They look like they probably have damage reduction because they're trees. They have typical plant traits, and they probably are flammable because they're covered in all this resin.
Okay, I'm gonna pull an alchemist fire out then, and throw it very, very poorly at the one that's right there.
The one right in front of you.
That guy.
To your 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Which I assume would be a. What do I roll to do that?
Range touch attack.
So I roll Dex.
Yes.
Do I have a base attack bonus at this point?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I do. I'm really not good at fighting things.
Perfect. Direct hit.
That was an act of the gods.
It's a d6 damage now and a d6 damage.
Oh, Gozreh.
He's pretty on fire. So go ahead and roll me a d6 damage. Perfect.
Nice. You were made for this.
Apparently, Maris is a little surprised. She's not much of a combat character.
Fire happens naturally too. Amur.
Amur will. Is the red one dead or not?
It is not. It is flaming and letting out this horrible scream, which I will not replicate for you as to spare your.
I appreciate that.
Your good times. But it is panicking in a major way.
Okay, and but it's on
Fair to
fire.
say.
It is on fire.
Okay, and we're in half speed snow,
Yes.
which becomes 2/3 speed snow because we have snowshoes on. So I march up to this one. I know. I command all Yosh to attack the flaming one.
Tactic things covered in flaming tar. That sounds brilliant.
I'm sorry, Tiger.
You gotta resolve your turn before he takes his.
Okay. Then I will provoke the A up,
Yeah.
and then I'll.
It's flailing pretty wildly, but it does get a 22 to hit.
Okay, it hits me.
Which is a slam attack.
Does it 22 hit? Let me double check. I'm 21 or 20. Let's check. 21. Yeah, that hits.
It's only 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ignore the sticky part because it is pretty on fire.
Okay. I will charge this one, and let's see how I do. 16 to hit for 9 damage.
Do they have an armor class? 16 hits.
9 damage. Piercing bludgeoning.
Does not seem particularly effective.
Cool. Alyosha will attack the other one for a 18 to hit for 6 damage. So Alyosha's been trained to delay to my turn. Yes, thank you.
Wait, 18 for 10?
18 for 6.
Oh,
Plus 2 because he's charging.
he can't charge.
You're correct. 16 to hit.
Which still doesn't matter. Yeah, he destroys this tree.
Sure.
Um,
That's my turn.
never had to attack a tree before. All right.
Yes, he has. Hold on. That's cats do all day, every day.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm a pro at this. Let me at him.
Usually his scratching post does not fight back, but whatever.
So that tree stopped struggling, and it was going to hurl itself to the ground anyway, but now it's just kind of a flaming portable campfire, which you may want to warm yourself up on in a minute here. Folren, you're up.
I'm
Warm ourselves with his dying streams.
Well, really a way around that. Okay. I asked the one up top. Is he at 0?
He's out of combat.
Okay. Well, one on the bottom.
Here.
Try and splash him.
Turns out their touch AC is trash. It is also dying. They're plants, so they're dying, not dead, not destroyed. No more trees are attacking now. Boy, that sure was weird.
Cool.
Folren, Alyosha, maybe warm yourselves by this little fire here.
Adam, are these things like native to this area, or is this weird that they're here?
It's hard to pin down where animate trees are native to.
But do they look like the other trees nearby?
No, they don't. I mean, in the sense that they're all carnivorous.
Carnivorous trees? That explains why they attacked.
Yeah, probably true. Plant creatures are kind of hard to pin down. Some of them are pretty benign and they just chill. They do their own thing. Some of them are real aggressive. They just murder everything. What you know about these is they probably aren't the nicest. They've got that whole like evil kind of tinge to the way their faces are formed into the wood, and they got these really wicked looking sharp claws. They're probably not good guy trees. Your instinct is no, that they are not from around here. These may have been brought in from wherever this cold weather is coming from.
Can we look at the lichen and the moss on them to compare that to the trees?
Can you?
Yeah. I would like to look at the lichen and the moss on them and see if it's a similar type of lichen and moss to the trees in the area.
They're pretty young, so they don't really have that kind of growth on them. Also, they're none of the other trees are moving around, so they haven't been here particularly long, from what you can tell. And these are definitely like cold, hardy kind of trees. So them from being around here is kind of a stretch.
So we can be fairly confident that these are non-native trees.
You feel confident these are not native. The resin that's all over Folren, that stuff's staying there until you take a good shower or something.
Oh, I use resuscitation.
That's not good enough.
What? No. No, I keep doing it.
You're going to be doing this for a while.
Okay.
It's like super glue. Eventually it'll come off, but you're going to need some kind of a, some kind of a solvent. You guys can also reset your cold exposure because you got a little fire here to warm yourself up on if you guys want to take like an hour break. In game, I don't mean out of game. Let's just sit here for an hour. Time wise, it's about 1:30. So
Okay, so we take an hour break.
yeah, you warm yourselves back up.
We have lunch.
So we warm ourselves back up. We have lunch.
We roast the marshmallows and sausages. And porridge. Always porridge.
At some point we should probably figure out, like... So the sun is not setting earlier, even though we're in weird Winterland, right?
Sun positioning appears normal from what you would expect.
Okay. So at some point in 4 hours or so from after we stop leaving the spot where we're warming ourselves up, 3 hours, we're going to have to start looking for a good place to camp.
Yep. Hey Adam, can you teach me something about my character sheet?
Can I teach what?
Why can't I change the number of spells used in my first and second level pools? Not that I should have any second level spells, but it's grayed out for me. See how it's grayed out up here?
Because those are dictated by the spell fields in your spell list.
So if I go like this to 2, doesn't change.
It says 2 out of 6 up there.
Oh, it does now. Look at that. Magic, thank you.
Right,
Can I link that to my token?
Can you link that to your token? What do you want to link to it?
Number of spells remaining per day, a second level, a first level.
First level spells per day. Yeah, I can do that, I think.
Cool. I've been doing it manually, but if you can do it, that's awesome.
Let's take a break. I'm gonna get some water, and I'll figure this out, and we'll be back at 8:10.
Cool beans, thank you all.
I have returned. Hello?
What up? I muted myself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
That's Dan, right?
It's me.
Okay. Cool. Where are you going third level, by the way, with your character?
Rogue.
So you're just going to continue to be a melee fighter?
Yeah. I'm melee. I mean, I can do range stuff as well if necessary, but that's mostly just for stuff that I can't get to in melee, like flying monsters.
What does your bear form give you in the future? Does it change at all, or does it just give you claws?
It's a race thing, so what I can do, it gives me the claws, bites, and scent ability. There's some feats that are related to it that are not really great, but one of them allows me to switch at a faster rate, action economy, and there's another one that allows me to take multiple bear traits at the same time. So I can have like Claw Bite, or Scent and Claw, or Scent and Bite.
Okay. Makes sense. Would you ever use your bite? Yes, you can get natural attacks with sneak attack with any natural attack, right?
Yeah, so I could do like Claw Bite, and my default to be at -5s.
Okay. So how do we start ensuring you get sneak attack? What can we do as a party for that?
No, I try to get to flank position, that's all.
Okay. I should probably teach Alyosha the flank trick then.
Flanking is useful, yeah. Or you can just, I mean, if you don't teach the trick, then you just gotta make a handle animal check, which you should be able to do easily enough.
Sorry, the what?
If she doesn't know the trick, just make a handle animal check, which you should be able to make by 3rd level without really trying hard.
Where my list of feats? Custom. Oops. There we go. Oh, I have flank. Okay, cool. Flank, heal down, and stay.
Hello.
Power attack. Okay. Cool. Well, from now on, I guess I'll always tell her to flank, not to attack, and then we're good. And I guess we'll spend 20 minutes or so. We'll spend a couple minutes every day teaching her to always flank with you, not with me.
I mean, you just say flank with Ordu, and she'll do it.
Okay. Well, we'll tell Adam that that's what she does if she knows. That's cool. Hey, can I ask you guys a question about game design philosophy or balancing? If anyone's there?
I'm here.
So, if a player has real-world knowledge, whether that has having read the bestiary or sailed on boats, should they ever get mechanical advantages in a game for having knowledge or RP ability? So, for example, if I was to run Skull and Shackles for you, Dan, and you know about boats, do you get any advantages by asking intelligent questions about boats?
I mean, that's up to the DM to decide. But yeah, I mean, you should be playing your character, but I mean, you should, the DM decides, like, you're making a good point. Go ahead and maybe throw in like an arbitrary +2 or +1 or something here and there. Yeah. Like it's entirely up to the GM though. As far as the game mechanic, no, the player should not be rewarded. Like,
I wouldn't give mechanical bonuses. Really, the advantage is, like, they already know this thing, and that's really hard to separate. Like, they already get the bonus of, like, say, if I knew these things were, like, super sticky or whatever, like, you would perhaps take pains in-game, even without your character knowing it, to avoid that. That's already the advantage.
Well, that's the question. So, and I'm having this discussion with one of my players on my table right now. The two sides are kind of like, do you do fairness, right, where your character is a character and irrespective of you, and whoever plays the character will still play the same character, even if it's 4 different people? Or do you have a character where you're trying to focus on RP, and having good RP is encouraged by having mechanical advantages to make your character function better? Right? That's kind of how I see it as the two options.
I think it's weird giving actual mechanical advantages, like just straight up extra numbers on things that rely on out-of-game knowledge. Seems, like you will be rewarded if you read the entire bestiary, which I super-duper don't want to encourage, because that can ruin any form of surprise you could possibly have.
Yeah.
You're 100% on that.
Like, here's a monster you've never seen before. It's like, well, no, all of us have, because we know if we read everything, we're just going to beat the game, easy peasy.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, no, I think reading the bestiary is a terrible idea for almost anyone who's not a GM who needs to.
I love to read the bestiary just because I love interesting monsters. Like, of all the books, the bestiary is my favorite, just because.
Oh yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, but I never read it for mechanical gain. Never, for like player benefit.
Like the 4th edition bestiary to get ideas and not ruin Pathfinder for you because of that, or is it too late?
I mean, I've been playing 3.5 since high school. I know most of the enemies. Pathfinder has made a whole lot more, though, which is good. I have not sat down and really read that one so much.
The session
Sure.
can only get better now because I have beer. I heard the flank talk. That was fine.
The what?
The flanking talking. So, Sasha, with
Yeah.
the spell...
It's
per-
flipped. See?
Yeah, it's backwards and there's no way I can fix it. Also, the bubble, if you adjust the bubble, it's not going to adjust the sheet. You have to do it from the sheet. Like,
Okay,
where
I'll work on it.
It's going to be a visual reminder of how many spells you have left that builds up instead of down. But
That's a good solution. Thank you.
you still have to mark on the sheet. It'll just accurately represent what your relative spellcasting power
That's
is.
awesome. Thank you, Adam.
And
Folren, do you need a heal, by the way? You look sad.
I will not turn one down.
You get 3 back.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, looking significantly better. 3 health is a lot for Folren.
How much are you down?
4? Yeah, that's not a big deal.
You can take that. If you lose any more, I'll heal you. I want to keep 3 of my spells up in case we have one more fight. Tonight, I'll heal you the rest. We also have channel if we need it.
Yeah, I'm relying on channels to heal me up. TBH.
Hey, 6 cure light wounds is a lot.
I'm not saying like it's other people will get hurt and then I will be healed in addition. No.
That's fair, that's fair. Okay, and then I gave you guys the snowshoe rules text there if you want it. But basically, if it's half speed, it becomes 2/3 speed.
what
And if it's
fun,
speed,
what fun math.
Oh yeah, so an hour precipitation will not get this shit off my clothes.
No, prestidigitation is only for reasonable stuff. This is monster tree resin.
But it's tree resin
Monster,
from a tree.
From a
It's not
monster
magic.
tree. It is.
It's not magic.
It could be magic.
I
Okay.
detect magic on it.
It's your magic.
Inherently, no.
and we set up the cooking, the pork roasting thing, like the spit we have, and we just suggest hanging his clothes on the spit above the bonfire of the burning tree to let him.
Well, then you'll set my clothes on fire. The resin's super flammable.
That's a really good point. That's how I thought it was. I am charismatic. I try hard.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
here's the-
The resin was super flammable, so
Go roll in the snow and see if it comes
I
off.
mean, yeah, basically, like it's gonna have to be cold. Oh wait, we have an extra set of
Cold weather gear.
yeah. So that's the only thing that'll be sticky, considering it's covering everything. So yeah, I'll just change out clothes.
that seems like a reasonable way to solve this problem that should be solved more mechanically.
Yep.
Cool.
New
fine,
clothes.
Fine, new clothes. Now you're wearing some oversized human hunter's disheveled and bloody clothes he died in.
I prestidigitation the blood away.
It works.
So human blood is okay, but tree blood is not. Gotcha.
Basically.
Correct.
Okay, so did we find anything in this cleared out spot of interesting?
No, it actually, if you start when you get close enough to like poke and prod it and really dig into what's going on here, it doesn't seem to mean anything.
Okay. That was a strange thing to not mean anything to draw our attention.
That's a pretty good line of thinking.
Yeah, I casted like magic on everything around me, I guess.
No, the resin's not.
Is it?
I'm the worst.
Or how do you smoke this resin? Not that kind of resin, sorry.
You are descending.
920 blaze it.
You're descending the ridge. You are not very far from where you think you're going to start looping around. You can't really see where you're going, even though you're descending, because this place is pretty thick with trees. You're in a forest, after all. Hey, knowledge nature, please.
Again, 1 second. Nature. Super effective.
Bloody weasel tracks crossing your path.
These are definitely weasel blood.
Wait, is it? Are you sure it's weasel blood? If the weasel attack something.
The tracks are bloody.
Yeah, is there like...
You don't know that it is weasel blood or bloodied weasel tracks.
Folren has no real strong opinion on this find.
When you stop to investigate, this place seems real familiar.
Why?
But why though?
But why?
Like as familiar, like as on the map.
No, it's just
Is
maybe you've heard about this place before.
Okay.
Is there some knowledge check? I'm not really sure what you're getting at. I guess I read the book?
The book describes this area in pretty good detail. The fact that there are going to be 2 bear traps somewhere buried in the snow.
Alright, perception to see if I can see the traps.
Good, and have a +5 because you know you're looking for traps. For specifically bear traps buried in snow.
Sweet. May I also make a perception, sir?
Yes.
So just add a +5.
Hey.
So, a lot.
You guys find 2 bear traps buried in the snow that are wrapped around and attached to trees.
Let's take them with us.
Okay.
Cool. You can do that.
Yeah.
You've got ranks in disable device, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
So yeah, you
We
can.
also got sticks.
You can take them. Well, it's not so much the setting them off; it's the like disconnecting them and putting them in a ability to be moved safely. So you do that.
It's a bear trap!
Done.
You chop off the chain and you put it in your bag.
So do you?
And then your bag bites you in the butt.
However, we do have a
I'm
rogue,
assuming
so-
you don't want to break it. You want it to continue to be useful, right? So
They're reusable. Okay, whatever. I'm
not if
moving
you
on.
not if you break the chains, then you can't attach it to anything.
Okay.
But it's
Do
not.
we actually have a bear who's carrying bear traps?
Yes.
Does that just make them traps?
Yes.
Yes.
These are bear traps.
And you actually, now that you're fledgling trapologist, these are pretty nice. They're better than a routine bear trap.
Oh, nice. Masterwork bear traps?
No, they just have some of the DCs modified.
Gotcha.
Now, why don't you try one out and see how hard it is to
No.
I'm not using this leg.
But well, if you look up stats for bear traps, they are not the same. They are better than that.
Cool.
So you have 2 of those. Was that the book you meant when you said I read the book?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because you solved my can you remember 40 minutes ago puzzle.
What other book do we have?
This module.
That's a little meta to be an inventory item. But I have the never-ending story.
I read the module.
Oh my gosh, I so want a module where that's allowed.
They did it in Spaceballs.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's just make Spaceballs the RPG.
All right, when you come to the bottom of the ridge, and the path is still going southwest, you come to a clearing where there's a whole bunch of these boulder-sized chunks of ice just kind of littering the ground. And on at the other end of it, there's this little clearing where there's a mound of earth with a small little house built on tree trunks.
By tree trunks, do you mean
Chicken legs.
No, they're tree trunks.
Like, I'm having issue. So, like, is it, like they were chopped and there these little stumps, or?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just to, like, get it off of the ground, if that makes sense.
I guess I'd take a better look at those ice boulders. I don't know what I'm hoping here.
There's not a lot of information you can get from them. They're just kind of strewn out haphazardly all over the place between where you are and the mound on the house. That's pretty much it.
How big of a house are we? Are we talking like a normal human-sized house? You
No,
say
it is tiny. It is like
Like fairy-sized?
no, it's bigger than that. It's like an outhouse, but like 4 outhouse sized. If you took 4 outhouses and put them in quadrants, that's about how big it would be.
So maybe for like a halfling or a gnome? Or like a hunt, or maybe it's like a hunting stand.
That's a good approximation. It could be just like a makeshift shelter lean-to, but it's built in this kind of weird decorative way. The like lips, where the roof comes down, it kind of curls around, and you can see that it's like shingled really well. There's not any kind of door on it, but you can't really see inside that well. It seems to be darker in there than it should be.
I shout, "Hello! Is anyone there?"
I look for a doll.
I cast light on a rock and kind of throw it in there, I guess.
Can I do detect magic on the whole damn thing?
It's so the. Ooh, I lost my page here. The house or the little house is on the other side of this big, 100-foot clearing, and there's all these ice boulders between you and it. So. Oh,
okay. I thought we fast forward. I was spacing.
Now, if you guys want to,
this is hard because out of character, I think I know what this is, and so I have to make sure Maris doesn't behave like she knows what this is.
If you want, you basically have to go through or around the ice maze to really get to the house. And I said maze, but it's not really a maze. There's just boulders all over the place. If you get lost, you're real freaking dumb.
Is this house what's the path towards our goal?
I can give you a map if you want.
Sure. Because if this house is a side thing.
Ooh, it's a big map.
That is. Is this?
I think what we're asking, Adam, is do we have to pass the house to get across the ridge?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
These trees are really annoying. These stones.
Yeah, that shadowing. Is this what you were talking about earlier, Adam?
No, this is the prequel.
Oh, these stones that high you cannot see over them?
This is the Phantom Menace.
They are bigger than you, so no, you can't see over them.
Oh god, this is annoying.
That is utterly obnoxious.
Looks great. So, can you not do that so much, Sasha?
Fair enough. So we're up here the whole time? We haven't moved in?
Yeah, if you actually, when you start moving around just to see better, you're kind of committing to that.
Fair enough. I guess we would walk south then to see better. I mean, that's probably pretty intuitive.
Yeah, I mean, you realize, Adam, that the way this is currently set up, we literally can't see the house at all.
Yeah.
So we would have no way of knowing it was even there.
I could see
based on the way Father is set. I can't at all from where I am.
So I guess before we enter the ice field, we'd walk back and forth in front of it to get a better idea what it looked like.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
I just said earlier, I shouted a greeting. I greeted the house loudly.
Yeah, there wasn't any kind of response or answer.
Okay. And then Adam, one thing just to let you know is the faded out gray thing is awesome, but it only works if you've entered the area already.
Yeah.
So I can only see this stuff because I put my character in that area. I can't see anything out here.
It's a really weird setup. We were messing with this yesterday.
Okay.
Hey, you guys who know magic, can y'all sense any magicness happening in that field in front of us?
Detect magic.
I just told Adam I did detect magic.
Yeah, you're not detecting anything so far. The house is mostly out of range of it. But
No, I was asking about the field. Make sure there's no
the
actual
field,
ice elemental boulders gonna attack my face when I move forward.
they wouldn't show
I
up
think
on
it's time for a
detect
summon
magic.
monster. Who
I
wants to
don't know.
summon a monster?
Maybe there's a magical trap. Speaking of which,
Roll to identify this thing.
What do you want to identify?
The house.
History or nobility.
I'm doing perception to look for traps.
No,
in
wait, what?
the
Sorry, what was
area next blocks.
Knowledge, history. Wow.
Whoa. You're trained in history too, right?
Yes.
This thing is of very fancy and Irasani design.
What?
It is
That doesn't make sense.
It is popular amongst like the whole like rural appeal of things. Lots of swirls and like exaggerated features. You know, when you have chicken legs on houses and things. It's very Irasani. It has the motifs in the paint job and the like carvings on it. But you don't know what its purpose is.
Well, I propose summoning a snow weasel and sending it towards the house and seeing what happens.
Go for it.
I want the party to agree to that before we decide to trigger things.
Better it than us.
Okay, I guess we all step back, and I summon Monster 1, which has 2 runs to run to the house as fast as it can, and a Snow Weasel has a 60-foot movement speed, so it should make it easily. And it will touch a couple of the stones on the way.
So what's the command you give it?
Approach the house and touch the stone. Oh no, step 1 is go to here. Step 2 is go to here.
All right. What are your common languages?
With my weasel.
Yeah. You're giving it complex commands, not go attack this thing.
Okay. Can I get an infernal summon?
If you want to.
So then I speak abyssal, or I speak infernal, so I'll get one that's an infernally inclined dire weasel thing. Dire rat, whatever, and send it over. Or I can just get an eagle, if that's gonna be a problem mechanically for the snow. I prefer things that go on the ground because they trigger more things. But you tell me what we can do.
Summon whatever you want. You just have to, if you're going to give it complex commands, you have to share language to give it those commands.
Okay. I speak infernal, so I'll summon a monster that speaks infernal. I don't know what speaks infernal, and I guess I'm asking for some help there. Can I summon a infernally bent monster? I don't know the rules for it well.
Devils speak infernal.
Sounds like we don't know what's going on, so I move forward.
I don't think we have any of those at level 1.
Yeah, imps are pretty tough. Imps are devils. Quasits?
I sneak up to there. I make a sneak attack.
Alright, so you go up there, you're expecting something to go around. To explode, something to swirl up and attack. You don't hear.
And that's what happens.
You don't see anything. You don't hear anything weird. You kind of focus on it, and you kind of hear the sound of someone crying.
Can I detect gender or age? Like, does it smell like a child crying or like an old lady crying?
It sounds like a little girl. when you look
Okay.
and see where it's coming from, it's not like it's echoing like menacingly all over the place. You look and you see huddled up like on the inside of like this boulder over here. You see a little blonde girl who is like on her hands and knees, just like with wrapped around, and she's just crying out.
Is she a human child?
She looks human.
Okay.
She looks human.
Is anybody else like, oh god, she's going to kill us all?
Okay, I give a stalling gesture like to the party, like, hey, hang on, and I like kind of point that I see something up that direction, and I will move forward casually toward it.
Can Folren hear the crying from where he is?
Yeah, once Ordu goes in there, you guys can all hear this.
Okay, so this is a ghost or something.
I address the child from like that far away and like, hey, child, are you okay?
Make a diplomacy check.
Okay. And I'm not in big scary bear mode, so hopefully that's scary.
That's convenient.
I will choose to speak in common. Diplomacy, because I'm so good for this.
She's still crying, and she says, "I'm okay. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. I didn't mean to call you names." And she like with her hands, with her arm over her face, trying to block her from crying. She runs off, basically, like over toward this boulder and just hides from you again.
Which boulder?
Over here.
I'm not seeing. Oh, there. Okay. So she moved from here.
Yeah, she just basically moved out of your sight. Is all she did.
Okay.
She's hiding from you. You're scary bear man.
I'm not scary bear man. I'm just a normal man. I'm maybe slightly hirsute. I will look at the party like, WTF, mate. Sister, can you maybe like help?
Maybe somebody with better charisma.
I'll try. So I will go up next to Ordu.
That was a 15 on the die, though. That's pretty good.
I'll point her out to where, like, hey, there's a little girl that you just heard. She's over here, and she's kind of freaked out. I don't child so well.
I don't really either,
but you're a girl and she's a girl, and maybe y'all can like come
Talk about
up.
makeup or whatever, right?
Have a sleepover. Let's.
Yeah.
I'm a sexist bear man from the frozen north. I don't know those things.
Maris kind of looks at him like, and I'm freaking blue!
Oh, that's right, you are. Fuck.
Something's fishy about this.
Yeah, like, I'm an amphibious blue lady. This is
Hey, Folren, you're an elf, you kind of look like a girl.
So Maris will...
I'm a wizard. I can't talk to people.
Maris
They're beneath me.
will call out, Miss? Miss, are you alright?
Miss, she's a girl!
Make a diplomacy check. You hear her voice call out, please don't keep me here, it's so cold, I miss my mom. And you hear her, you're just crying around the other side of the boulder.
Okay, I'm gonna go around the other side of the boulder closer to her.
She is not there, she is behind you.
What?
Spoopy.
Detect magic.
That's the question. She's not like right behind you. So like you, if you wanted to go over and see her, you would have gone here. She is, and you expect her to be right here. She's not. She's crying over there on the other side of this boulder.
I'm still detecting magic on the little twit.
I'll ask her to calm down in Sylvan and see if she responds.
So first, when you start detecting magic, first round of this, she is not coming off as magic, if that makes sense. I'll move you over here so you can see her. So what do you say in Sylvan?
Please calm down. We're not trying to hurt you.
Make a diplomacy check.
I don't even care if it works or not. I just want to see if she responds to like understanding the language.
No, she was speaking common, right?
Nice.
Nope.
Yes, she was speaking common.
Calm the fuck down.
She says, "I don't want your stupid doll. I want to go home. Take me home." And she runs away from Ordu, and I guess Maris over this way.
Where is home?
Which way? Your ping didn't go off.
Over here.
Okay.
Where is home?
You're not getting any response.
So at this point,
Okay.
I'm going to start walking around the outside, trying to cut her off. And if she gets close, I'll just grab her and kind of give her a hug. Big.
She's not there. She's over here.
When I look over there, the others also see her over there?
Yeah, as soon as any one of you notice that she's crying over
But we
against
haven't
in that
seen her
rock.
physically teleport yet.
Basically, when she's running behind the boulders out of your sight, and when you go look to see where she is, she's somewhere else.
Yeah. Hey, Maris. Can
How high are the
you
bullets?
like detect ghost with like a knowledge religion check?
Yeah,
There's a spell for that. It's called Detect Undead.
there is a spell that I don't have prepped, and I don't have Detect Evil prepped either. But I probably should have. I got protection from evil. Can I do a knowledge religion on her?
Sure.
I mean, she hasn't manifested anything that's that weird, but what the heck?
It's pretty spoopy. She could be a ghost. She could be a spirit. She could be a phantasm. She could be a phantom.
A haunt. She's a haunt. We're doomed.
If she was a haunt, you would have, like, something would have happened by now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe we haven't done the triggering action yet.
Failing so many diplomacy checks.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
try and talk to her now?
But she's over here now.
I mean,
Okay, Maris is
it's been
going to look at
diplomacy
her.
check so far. I think we should let somebody
and
use
say-
diplomacy.
Whoa, you guys are all talking at once. Go
So
Rachel.
Maris is going to look at her and say, "If this doesn't work, I'm going to apologize to you later."
Oh shit.
She's going to channel to harm.
Okay, go for it.
We want to know if she's undead or not.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
She, whenever that wave of positive energy hits her, she stops crying. She gets up and she looks at you, and she has like whited over eyes. She doesn't have any pupils or eyes or anything, and she says, "I have to get away, and you should get away too before they see you. Run, run!" And then she starts to run away and just kind of like vanishes once she gets to the edge of the boulders.
Boing.
That was spooky.
I am very alert and taking a perceptive position to like look around and stuff.
At this point, Maris is like, "Well, that worked." Of course, doesn't.
I didn't know you had turn on dead Maris.
I don't. That's but be handy. If
It just looked like you turned undead to me.
Well, I mean, she gave us a warning. I don't know if.
because she's undead doesn't make she's automatically, a horrible, horrible, evil thing. If she's a spirit, she could just be a spirit,
I mean, I am of the opinion she is evil, still, because I believe everything here is. But she tried to lure us into. Well, maybe she did try to lure us into a trap. I don't even know what to say.
Okay, well, moving on to the house.
So this big thick blue line is where it slopes up pretty sharply. You could climb it, but it also kind of you could walk around around it to either the north or the south, and it looks like it kind of gently slopes up that direction.
So the climb check from the front or a slow
Didn't the girl talk about a doll? And didn't we find
Yeah.
that note in that journal of the dead dude about a doll?
Incorrect.
So my suggestion is if we find a doll, let's all be concerned.
Set it on fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust that doll.
Okay, I will. I'm gonna climb up the ridge to be behind this rock in the square.
Okay, go for it. Make a check.
Okay, making a check soon as it comes up. Climb. I'm good at this stuff. Let's do it. Boom.
Oh,
I'm really good at this stuff.
the snow just keeps falling out from under you, and you're sliding back down.
What?
Yeah, it's snow, man. Like you got nothing to grip on, so you're like trying to climb a snowdrift.
I bet. Okay.
I walk up to him and put my hands underneath him and throw him up there. I'm strength something stupid, and he's strength something stupid. And together we can.
It is more of a slope than that seems reasonable to do.
It's not doable, you said?
No, it's like a big giant snow bank. It's like a dune made out of snow.
So the DC is harder than 22 is what you're saying.
It's pretty tough.
Okay.
Having climbed a fair number of snowbanks, I can actually believe that.
We walk around to the
I'm
other.
not disagreeing.
Let's just walk around, people.
Yep. We'll come around this side.
Cool. All right, the three of you guys up there. When you
Wait, what part? Right here?
When you turn that corner,
Yep.
things start getting real spoopy. Roll perception.
Okay.
Spoopy.
Spoopy. Spoopy. Your mom's a spoopy.
This is a kid-friendly show, sir.
Oh, no good.
I've only said shit like 13 times.
Yeah.
Damn it, don't do that.
Yeah, I was about to say, whatever gave you the impression this was kid-friendly?
Nothing.
I think it's kid friendly.
It depends on who the kid is, I guess. A really cool kid.
All right, so when you get around to that side of the hill and you're looking back this direction, you are ascending, so you can kind of see down on the boulders a little bit. And in the boulders, you see all of these just images just kind of bouncing and projecting inside of the boulders, and they don't make any sense to you. But they look pretty traumatic. You see like angry looking people and like a lot of frozen people that look like they're dead in the snow. And eventually the boulders look like they're all like holding frozen corpses inside of them.
Oh god, that's horrifying.
It's pretty tough, and you hear this girl crying that's just getting like louder and louder and louder until it's overwhelming, and you're required to make a will save.
Yeah, buddy. I figured that was coming. Good thing I'm known for my will saves. Oh wait, about that. Hooray! It's not terrible.
Not terrible.
Is it the tiger too?
I'm nervous about Alyosha, yes. Hey, you're fine too.
Oh. I don't think we've ever. Nope, there it is.
There it is.
Answer.
Okay.
Let's say I don't think we've had anybody say everyone save at once ever. So.
All right, make a reflex save, Amur.
Oh.
Neat. Okay, that's good. All right, so this you're being overly terrified. This is something that you will, try and basically run for your life from, but you're fine, and you grab Alyosha before he has a chance to run off either.
I cast resistance on myself and Amur and Yorshka and the bear. We all get +1 on will saves. And I yell to Maris, do the same to Folren, please.
Enjoy.
I don't have resistance.
And I cast resistance on the whole party.
Enjoy your minute.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Oh wait, let me see if does it affect saves?
So after this initial effect, does it seem like the bodies inside the frozen boulders are actually there, or does it seem like it was like a mental effect that was like you thought you saw it, and now there's rocks?
Everything's back to normal until tomorrow.
Okay, no, I was making sure like we just didn't see that from the other side of the rocks earlier, because that's a really cool thing, but also really scary.
You were
Well, I'll Diviner's Fortune just in case.
right the first time. Welcome to haunts. They're awful.
Yeah, I'll walk on up. Is anything spooky happen?
When you catch up to them, no, spooky stuff's gone away.
Okay.
I love haunts. They're
Stupid.
fun.
They're impossible to deal with.
I enjoy the shit out of them.
I love the concept of haunts, but
They don't work in Pathfinder.
If you don't like them, don't ever play Strange Aeons. Like the whole first book is nothing but haunts.
Same.
well, I
same
mean,
with-
I
same
think
with
they're
Hearthstone.
conceptually like cool, but I hate the fact that they're so hard to detect.
Yes, that's true.
So like you kind of like it always feels a little bit like a gotcha from the player point of view.
You can't do
Yeah.
anything about them really, because they don't show up as magic. They don't show up as traps.
If you detect evil, you can find them.
Detect evil and detect undead are the only way to get them.
Yeah.
Um,
And plus, whatever, they always have like some sort of like trigger or like some sort of like tell, like a poker tell that you might be able to see.
yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
the perception check lets you roll initiative, and then it's the surprise round.
Yeah.
Yeah. The perception, and they don't tell you what's going on. I mean, my problem with them is every time I've ever had one, someone's like, "Oh, but the tell was this," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's like a DC 30 perception check, and we're
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
period.
I do like that this one.
How the hell do you think we were built?"
This kind of warms you up to it by dealing with the little ghost child.
Yeah.
And this one isn't an insta kill. Like my problem with haunts is the haunts that are insta kills.
You only die twice. That's
Yes.
I
Yes. I love it.
the worst.
I'm
So
cool
much.
with the spookiness of them. I wish it was more obvious how you destroy them.
Oh yeah, you'll never know that thing.
Yeah, it's always a. I mean, if this is the house we're thinking of, then probably destroying that doll is probably what does it.
Yeah,
but
once you get
still.
up here, you can see inside the house that there's nothing inside except for a chair and it's a tiny chair that a little tiny doll is sitting on. It looks a lot like the girl that was running away from you, but her face is like a grandma.
Okay. Hey, Maris, you know about undead things, and this seems. I mean, okay, I'm metagaming knowing this is a haunt now, so I'm gonna stop that. Hey, you people who have knowledges, come over here and assess this really creepy looking thing. Hey, detect magic on this house, because now it's in range, guys.
So, Adam, I'm going to detect magic on the house. And this is what I thought it was.
The house is not magical, neither is the doll.
Is any relevant knowledge checks available, sir? Or any other kind of skill that would be useful right now before we go in there? Perception, something? I don't know.
You could do perception, that's fine. History or arcana is probably good.
Folren!
Uh,
Your knowledge skills are tingling.
nope, I don't know shit.
I kind of want to take my crossbow out and shoot the doll.
Yeah, not bad idea.
I take my crossbow and I shoot the doll once everyone's ready for it.
Anything obvious to the senses of sight and scent and sound?
No, it actually smells pretty fresh in here. Nice and exposed to the winter elements.
Why is it my fly? I didn't know I was exposing myself. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Who was saying this was a family show?
I'm saying this is a family show. Yeah, but there's not really anything inside the house that you can see from, all the way on the other side of the world. It's pretty empty in there.
Okay. I don't see any obvious like traps or tripwires or anything like that.
No.
Okay. Yeah, man. If you wanna like, what was just refresh my memory on the doll note? I forgot.
What do you want to know?
the note that mentioned the doll. What was that about?
It just said that there was a weird house, and in the weird house there was a little doll.
Okay, that's it.
You've also
Yeah,
found
didn't,
a weird house with a little doll.
didn't like to go into details. I do have protection from evil. Do we want to cast that on somebody and have them go in the house?
Look, Alyosha should shoot his bolt first. I think that's a good idea. And I can shoot an arrow too if you want.
Well, I mean, it feels a little weird. I don't know. If it's a doll, it's probably able to cast spells, so being at a distance is probably more advantageous to it than us.
I'm right there. Why don't Maris and I stay right nearby, and then everyone else can run up when they need to. Because Maris can channel on it, and I can punch it in the face. And
Because I imagine some bear claws could probably grab it and just rip its head off pretty easy.
Hey, that's a doll, right? That's a doll. It's a physical thing, and it probably weighs less than 5 pounds. And you already determined there was no magic in there. Folren, can you mage hand that out the door?
You think I have mage hand?
Ooh.
God damn it!
Folren does his own work with prestidigitation.
What do I got?
I only have so many level 0 slots.
What are your
Come on,
candy?
guys, come on. Me and Folren. We get I have 4 spells, dude.
It's always,
What are
it's
your
always
candy?
the wrong one. Except
Mage hand comes in useful so incredibly rarely.
I'm just saying, right now it would be great. Anyway, all right, give me
if
that.
it
Give me that
wasn't
pro
magic,
evil. I'm going in. Unless you guys have a better idea.
Oh, I imagine we cast magic on the doll, and it's very magic.
The doll is not magical whatsoever.
Oh. Well. I still don't trust it.
Yep. That's the only way to find out.
Sure, but we should get in combat positions anyway, though. Just
Stand where you want. You're gonna sneak up on this inanimate object.
Yes. Maris, give me that good old protection stuff.
What?
That protection.
Okay.
Whoosh.
I will cast Protection from Evil
Hey.
on Ordu.
I'll move to there and percept for traps. Or strange structural anomalies like trapdoors or other things. Taking my sweet ass time doing it. So 22?
Okay.
Or not 22, that takes you long. I will, fuck it. 22, I don't have it all that day. Alright, it's like taking 10 right there. We're good.
When you start looking around, Ordu, you do your sniff motion, you're looking, a big, clump of snow in the tree next to you just kind of flies out and smashes into your face.
Goddamn fairies.
That's all that happens.
So from here-ish?
Yeah, I mean, it could have just naturally fallen out of the tree. Someone could have thrown a snowball at you.
I react to the thing that hit my face, and I look into the tree. And that's not the check there. Do I see anything in the tree catches my eye?
It looks normal. Nothing's in
Okay.
nothing's hiding.
Snow falls off branches all the time, it happens. I'm going to the house.
Okay, nothing happens.
And I touch the doll.
Nothing happens.
And I'm looking around the chair.
You hear the right hand window, which would be to your left as you walk in.
Yep.
It slams closed.
oh man, spoopy.
This is super spooky. Further examination of the room, one last look around, make sure there's anything structurally interesting to peer at. Nothing.
There's a very interesting thing in here in that the snow that is kind of blustered in is very kind of neatly swept into the corners. It's not disarrayed how you would expect.
Right. A invisible servant is cleaning this place up or something. But that I would know what these things are, but yeah, okay. clearly something is maintaining this place, and that wind that's not blowing closed the window, so that's a cool thing. Bye.
Oh, okay.
I think this might be a good moment for us just to quietly leave.
Yep, I have the doll.
You took the doll?
Oh yeah.
Break it.
I want to. Well, we're gonna examine the doll. Like any kind of material it's made out of interest. Is it just a common little kid's doll? Is it like fancy made? Does
It
it look
looks
like
no. It looks really really fancy, and it like its hair looks to be made out of like maybe real hair, but not in like the creepy sense. Like this is really nice hair. Its clothes are like really finely tailored.
Is it tailored to look like a noble person or like a what?
No, not like a noble, like a grandma.
Okay, so it's like a little granny.
It's like a little granny doll. And its eyes are like this really, really nice polished stones. They could be gems, maybe. One of them, they don't match though. One of her eyes is like frosted over, and the other one is kind of this like blue, kind of marbly. But all the features are super, super nice.
This is worth a lot of money, I think.
This thing's worth like 1,000 gold.
Yeah, totally.
Hmm.
So there's this really cool doll in this creepy house. Do we take it or not? Or I can put it back. You tell me.
I'm pretty sure this is what powered the haunt.
The chair that the doll came out of is rocking.
Is it a rocking chair?
It is now.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was if it wasn't a rocking chair before. That's really extra creepy.
Well, actually.
Man, I feel like this is like that scene in the horror movie where the character does the stupid thing and they should know better, and you always yell at them for doing the stupid thing because you as a viewer know better.
It's funny because you're doing so many stupid things
right now.
Yeah, and just breaking it, I feel like is the what
best
you yell at the people in the movie to do.
Hey guys, I did this thing, and you're like, "What's wrong with you?"
I think we should just either put it back. I don't think we should break it.
So Folren, while your appraise check is somewhat more modest than Ordu's, its eyes are definitely gemstones, sapphires, and are probably worth hundreds of gold.
That's cool.
Okay, let's take out the eyes then. You just
If you're
Man,
doing that thing in a horror movie, people tell you never to do.
if you want to do that,
oh no, I
for
still
I'm
just want
gonna
to
get
destroy
that-
this thing. Like that's the smart thing. Just leaving it here seems I don't know.
It's not harming anybody else unless they come around here and fuck with it. Like this is clearly on the boonies.
Well, I guess we just put it back.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you want to pop the eyes out, I'm gonna go on the other side of the rock field. and do that. Alright, put it
I'm
back.
super against us taking the whole doll with us though. That's just.
Understandable. I put the doll back.
I vote we take the eyes.
Maris, what do you want to do? You want the doll or
It
not?
just seems like this weird half step between destroying it. I mean, like we leave it alive, but to only take the eyes out seems the worst. Of
I
all
say
worlds.
we leave it alone. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I just
Put it
think.
back. I make sure the granny is nice and comfy in her chair.
Yeah, I think we just put it back very respectfully, pat it on the head, and get the hell out of Dodge.
Fluff her pillow if she's sitting on one, because grannies have, hernias and stuff.
This feels too much like a lure to me. Like this feels like a thing that you're supposed it feels kind of like those venomous insects that look really pretty and then they kill you. Like that's what this feels like.
You mean
Hey,
You mean
that
my
flask.
That's funny,
right?
but really sad.
I got you on that, Adam. Hey, give me that flask. I'm gonna leave like a little offering to the granny.
Fuck no.
Old ladies love flasks, dude. Old ladies love to get
That's true.
drunk.
They wanna just nip at it.
Yeah, they just get a little nip every once in a while. They're being all like sneaky.
It's a doll.
It's a doll.
Dude, no.
It's very spooky and haunted, but it's a doll.
And I'm gonna make an offering to the spooky haunted doll so it doesn't haunt me in my fucking dreams.
But I wanted it.
That's what I wanted to be haunted.
I'll buy you a flask of better stuff. I promise.
Better.
I promise. Big bear high five.
Big bear, high five.
Fine.
Okay, leave the whiskey offering to the granny doll, creepy thing, and then like get the fuck out of the house.
You guys probably see this before Ordu does, but when as he's walking away from it, his crossbow is glowing.
Wait, the crossbow?
His crossbow is glowing.
Your crossbow is glowing.
Wait, what? Ah, flick it off.
It lands in the snow and glows profusely.
I cast light on his crossbow.
Wait, why?
Can we detect magic on his crossbow?
His crossbow is emanating a magic aura.
Can I tell what kind of magic aura?
Knowledge Arcana.
That was a spellcraft check.
Spellcraft is to identify a spell as it is being cast. Whoa.
I got it.
Look at all these detect magics. It is an evocation spell.
Yeah, so
Folren,
like,
can you do that stuff too?
I cast light on it. Is it exactly the same?
Why did you cast light on it if it's already glowing, for one?
To see if it's exactly the same, because I think these are all harmless fuck you, just fuck with you spells.
It looks to be pretty light-like. Crossbow light.
Yeah, I mean, like, the windows, like, what, open, close? The snow, it's all precipitation. Like, these are just really low-level cantrips.
Cool deal. I accept this. So now it is an actual light crossbow. I got it. Cool deal.
That's the joke.
I got it. I love it. I retrieve the crossbow and leave the creepy 0-level casting house. I don't know what's actually casting it, but I'm done there. Let's...
Probably the doll, but...
No, there's probably another fucking fairy around here.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I guess since you are detecting magic, and if you sweep around a little bit, you see that there's some magic over in the tree, and that window that slammed closed has also got some lingering magic.
Which tree?
The one that snow fell out of and landed on you. But it's super faint and super lingering, so like it's probably gone by the time you can actually identify it.
All right. Well, hey, look, there's a path beyond this hut. Let's just troop on forward.
I don't know what makes the snow come off. Is that just...
It made you hand the snow off.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Meta knowledge of that. All right. So I'm
Well, I
gonna go.
imagine you would know what the spell Mage Hand is, even in character.
Whee! Slide down snowbank. This is fun.
Whee!
Oh, I have the perfect picture for this as soon as I can find it.
Not a whole lot happens when you get down to where you're exiting this clearing and coming around the ridge. There is a bunch of weird scratches in the snow.
Perception to figure out what kind of scratches?
Sure.
Or survival or something? I don't know.
No, just looking at it.
Okay.
Just this weird pattern of lines that if you know, when you get close enough to make perception checks, you realize that it is writing. And it's written in common. It's just scratched into the snow. It says, turn back before the winter devours you. And there's,
That's not ominous.
like, under it, there's this weird kind of sigil.
Can we do a knowledge check to identify the sigil?
Sure, here it is.
This is me playing in the snow right now.
Whee.
Okay, that's a thing.
Survival check. Does that look like a layout of mountains that we recognize from the mountain we've seen? Or knowledge geography or something?
Doesn't seem to be any mountains around here. Not in a big mountain area.
Well, wasn't there some mountains on a map that we were looking at, right?
Those are ridge lines. They weren't really
Ridge lines. I'm sorry, you're right.
Okay, so what would the knowledge be to identify the signal, the symbol thingy, or do we just sort of go, well, that was a symbol thingy, and move on with our lives?
Yeah, it doesn't have any immediate apparent meaning. It could be somebody's mark.
Okay, copy it down. Someone who has the devices to do this.
Anything like that in the book?
No.
Does that look like mountains we've seen recently?
Nope. No, it doesn't match any of the ridges. I was just asking that.
Nope. Okay, nope. Maybe it's just more spoopy manipulations.
I like it. It was super cool. That was like hella tense. I say we move on to the done with here.
Yeah, alright.
Unless y'all can think of something better to do.
Uh-huh.
What time is it, Adam? I mean, in game.
It's quitting time.
Yeah.
It is 5:29.
Okay, we move a ways away from the creepy clearing because we sure as hell ain't camping there. And then I'll do a survival check to find a place to camp.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Cool.
I help.
Man, that's gonna be real neat. I hope you live that long. When you step over the message, it explodes.
Oh shit, are you serious?
Make a reflex save, everyone, please.
Oh.
Hey, that's a trap. I should be able to detect that.
Yeah, but the DC's 28.
No shit.
Maris, I was like,
Oh, this is painful. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Alright, well, Maris saved.
Which is weird, given that that's my bad save.
Oh yeah. That's
Alright.
my
Hey,
good save.
you rolled in descending order.
Alright, so this is explicitly cold damage, so that may matter.
A little bit.
A little bit. So max damage is 11 points of cold damage.
Ouch.
If Mara saves, then me and Amur save.
Yeah.
So that's 5 damage?
Yes.
So it's 3.
I survived. That hurt like a lot.
Alyosha is grumpy. Where's Maris?
She went to go find a camp.
Yeah,
I'm
gone
done
with the explosion.
I'm done with this.
The explosion took her from us.
Bye!
Where did you go?
She was.
Oh, she's on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are covered in snow. Needless to be said, the message is gone, and you guys kind of hear this like tee-hee laughing.
I cursed at the fairy in Sylvan some like terrible thing that little guy taught me.
Neat. That's where I want to stop playing.
That sounds good.
The whole big creepy scenario was kind of a blast.
Yeah. Ha, get it?
You're fired.
Fowen has more things he wants to kill.
Should we
What, the
channel
ground? You hate writing?
I mean, the concept of writing as a whole. Yes. But now, whatever made that explosion.
Let me try and describe this. So, Boulderfield, spooky ghost girl. Did we decide she was a ghost?
We couldn't.
We weren't sure, but she was certainly part of a haunt. My guess would be was some kind of undead, but I don't know what.
We couldn't in game nail down exactly what she was, but some sort of thing.
We didn't really get anything on the ghost, on the doll.
Creepy granny doll.
We know it's from Irison, which is interesting because we're nowhere near Irison.
Yeah, we thought.
Oh, right, but I mean, we should know if we've been teleported somewhere, right? Like, that would be significant.
Well, it has chicken legs, so it could walk.
It doesn't. It just has wooden legs. Wooden legs.
Oh, okay.
But the Baba Yaga hut with chicken legs would be styled like this. I imagine that's like the common Urizen style. That's what Adam's saying.
Cute and spooky.
I love it.
That's the Urizen style.
Do you have a picture of Grandma doll?
Yeah.
I want to see it. Oh god, that's horrifying. I'm glad I put it back. Yeah, that is super fucking creepy. I wish you had shown that earlier. That would really add to the creep level.
I want to break it more.
it is
What was the
repulsive.
text on the message?
What?
What was the text on the message?
What?
Turn back before something bad happens.
I think it was the winter devours you.
Yeah.
Turn back before the winter devours you.
Also, whenever you hover over, well, depends on what size you have your thing at. No, it doesn't. As long as it's full size, whenever you hover your mouse over the picture and a little magnifying glass pops up, it pops up right over her eye, so she has a tiny monocle.
Yes, it does. I love it.
Well,
I noticed
she's
that as well.
classy.
That's all over her good eye too. It's great.
So are we gonna camp now, guys?
I believe that's the plan.
You guys,
Yeah, I rolled a 26 survival to figure out a good spot to camp.
yeah, it takes a little bit moving on, but eventually you find a place to camp that is kind of leaned up against like a overhang on the inside of the ridge. So it gives you some shelter on two sides, one of those being above you and beside you. When you turn the corner around to get like into the valley proper, there's kind of like a constant like wind blast that's going in the direction you're going, which is not super comfortable. So it makes it a little bit harder to find good shelter, but you're a pro and you do. And you set up what you believe to be a good and comfortable and safe-ish camp.
Okay. And
Yay!
do you have some daytime hours? Like of crafting time?
What?
Can I spend 2 hours crafting?
You don't really have 2 hours. It would cut into your rest time.
Okay. So it's not like 5 p.m. It's like 10 p.m.
Yeah, it's going to take you a couple more hours to actually find a place to camp.
Okay.
Unless we want to camp next to the creepy doll, and Maris does not want to camp next to the creepy doll.
No, I'm okay with not doing that.
A great
That's cool.
idea.
Maris, can you channel once or twice or 3 times?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally, no problem.
Actually, one more thing is going to happen on your way to set up camp, so we'll talk about that next time.
Well,
Okay.
We will channel before we get to camp once we leave the creepy
You
doll.
channel as soon as you get away from this explosion, yeah.
Want me to do that now, or do we want to wait on it?
Either way, when we start, we'll see our real low hit points.
Wait, we'll see new hit points?
We'll see how low the bars are. Doing it now makes more sense.
Let's do it
Yeah,
now.
go ahead, do it now.
Let's do it now. Okay. Let me check how many I have left.
So Amur is currently at minus 11. No, minus 12. Alyosha is not an Amur.
Okay, I can channel 3 more times. Do you guys want me to channel, or do you want me to actually cast heal spells?
I
I think heal spells would be pretty.
Well, everyone took at least 5 damage, so I think we should just
Okay,
do
so
channel.
let's start with channel, and then we'll see how we do.
That's good.
And I have 3 more heals.
Roll
as
high.
well.
Adam, you'll have to adjust my hit points for me because I've already closed out a front.
You bitch.
I thought we were done. I didn't think we were going to be doing this any further.
family show.
Okay,
Uh,
Okay, so that's 2 channels.
you
Let's
gain
save 1 then.
4 hit
So we're all
points.
at minus 1.
So
And I'll,
everyone
burn,
gets 4 hit points.
I have you at 15 hit points, Ordu.
Thank you.
and I'll drop a heal on... Folren, how much are you down?
Oh, like 3? Yeah.
And how much are you down, Ordu?
I think I'm down 12.
Okay, Ordu, I'm actually going to cast a heal spell on you.
Yay, sister, thank you.
And I will do the same.
So I'm getting rid of my remove fear, and I'm using it as a cure light.
You rolled it twice. I'm using that first one. You probably don't need to use it. He's only short 3 hit points.
A what?
You probably don't need to heal Ordu. He's only short 3 now.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Does anyone else need a cure light?
No, I dropped one on Alyosha, so he's at full. So I'm down 1, Folren's down 3. Or he's down 3.
I mean, I can do one more channel. I've got one more left, but that will take care of all of them for the day.
Yeah.
Let's save it. Let's save it in case we meet a spooky thing.
Yeah.
I just thinking, in case we hit undead, it might be nice to have that in the back pocket.
I'm with you 100%.
You know, I just pop it before we rest for the night. Just pop off, everybody.
I sure do love some spooks.
Oh, and Adam, I've got good berry, so I'm gonna keep my eyes open for anything that looks edible that I can cast it on.
Found.
Okay. Right before we go to sleep, she'll also be doing that.
Yay! I like that idea. Good berry is good.
Adam, I just posted a screen of what my screen looks like for your gray stuff. It's really cool, but just there's some weird stuff going on.
It's fun. Yeah, ooh, that's very Tetrisy.
Mine
The fog works on a cell basis. So it has to think that you've seen the center of a square to give you vision in that square.
Okay. I'm just letting you know what it is. I don't mind it at all.
Okay.
It kind of falls apart in piezo maps because none of the grid lines align to actual walls. But like, I like it. It improves it to where I feel comfortable continuing using vision blocking, but it also doesn't make the majority of the map black. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was very frustrating when we were dealing with that building. The problem was that, like, even though you'd been into a room, you couldn't remember what it looked like because it was blackened out again.
Yeah.
And that gets a little tiring after a while.
Hypothetically, if we're ever in like a true maze situation, I wouldn't do this because that would defeat the maze.
Yeah. Adam, what is the cool thing that happens?
A fight.
Oh, okay. We'll start with that.
Cool beans.
Random
Thank you all. You're wonderful.
Okay, get out of my internet, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. It was fun, guys.